Greetings! I am Skeletor. What? What? Well, I don't know whose panties they are. Well, they're not mine, are they? Do they look as if they would fit me? Well, go and find Evil Lynn and ask her. She's always leaving her knickers lying around Snake Mountain. I don't know where she is. You'll just have to go and look.
Skeletor.
What?
Skeletor, we're ready when you are.
Well, I'm ready now, you pillock.
Oh, sorry.
Get off stage. Right, here we go. Greetings! I am Skeletor, and welcome back to SkeleTalk, the series where I answer your questions. We have a bumper crop of questions again this week, so we'll get right into it. Firstly, we have a trio of pizza-related questions, starting with one from Matt Aldred at the Retro Room, who writes, did your pizza arrive within the hour? And did they manage to get all the toppings on? Well, my pizza did arrive on time, so I had to pay full price. However, they put all the toppings on top of the cheese, so when I picked it up, everything fell off. I made Beastman eat it all off the floor. Thank you for your question, Matt. Tim Hayes asks, you do know that pepperoni and sausage are meat and not vegetables? Yes, Tim, I am aware of this. I always order a vegetarian pizza with meat toppings just to confuse the person taking the order. Thanks for your question, Tim. James Fancher asks our final pizza-related question this week, which is, who is your go-to for pizza delivery? Well, James, most of the time I use Domino's, although I have been known to use Papa John's on occasion. Sometimes I use the local kebab shop for pizza, and on these occasions I send Trapjaw to collect it in the Land Shark. Thank you for your question. Now, Christine Gwilt writes, are you throwing a Halloween party on your mountain for all your minions? And will you invite He-Man? Well, I am throwing a Halloween party, but not for my minions, for myself. My minions will all wear costumes of my choosing. Evil Lynn will be going as the Invisible Man. Trapjaw will be a stormtrooper. Merman will be coming as the Concept of Shame. And Whiplash will be dressed in a Pink Panther costume. I, as always, am going as Little Bo Peep. And no, He-Man is not invited. Thank you for your question, Christine. Gerard O'Connor writes, what are your thoughts on the current Motu toy lines available? Well, the Mattel Origins line is actually very good, and their level of articulation is a source of envy amongst my peers. I also enjoy the Reaction line from Super 7, as the card backs are very good indeed. However, I am not impressed with the Masterverse line, as I feel they are too heavily stylized, and the range based on the children's animated series is laughable. Thank you for your question, Gerard. Luke at Reynolds Reviews writes, have you ever thought about dating She-Ra? Surely that would get you unlimited access to Castle Grayskull. Well, I did once ask She-Ra out on a date, but she said she preferred a man with a beard. I am unable to achieve this look, as I do not have an actual face. Thank you for your question, Luke. Reading Movies asks, which character did you play at Multiplayer GoldenEye? Well, I never played the multiplayer game, as I am a very bad loser and I will not take the risk of being beaten. But thank you for your question, Reading Movies. Stephen Gray writes, who would be the best actor to play you in a movie about your life? And who would play He-Man? Well, I think Johnny Depp would play me, as he has an excellent range and is comfortable with wearing prosthetics. He would portray a younger Keldor very well indeed. As for He-Man, I think Chris Hemsworth would be quite good. Stephen also asks, were you happy to hear the news about the new Snake Mountain due to be released next year? Yes, I was very happy to hear that my lair will be produced. I have asked Monkey Boy to create a space for displaying it already. Thank you for your question, Stephen. The next question is from Shael Riley, and he writes, I frequently see you perform one particular evasive maneuver, a combat role. Could you comment on how you learned or developed this remarkable fighting technique? Yeah, an excellent question, Shael. Well, my mother taught me this maneuver when I was a small boy, in order to evade the particularly aggressive geese that used to frequent my childhood home. It worked very well, and I never received a bite from one of the feathered shits. I later adapted the method to avoid charity collectors in the street, incorporating the word tampon, shouted at considerable volume in order to baffle and confuse. These days I combine the two methods, and am therefore safe from geese with charity buckets. Thank you for your question, Shael. Alistair on social media asks, if you could open your mouth, who or what would you like to lick? Well, my first answer would be a traditional Polish blueberry ice cream. Failing that, I would settle for Jennifer Lawrence's. Thank you for your question, Alistair. Ben Stutley writes another very long question, so I will have to get my phone to read it. Do bear with me. Thank you for waiting. Right, I have Ben's question here. I shall need to take a deep breath. Ben writes, is your present pizza purview predominant with its predilection for plant-based preparation products, showing a prevailing prominence, maybe with a milieu of meat mentions, of the prophylactic benefits of preventing digestive discomfort, derivative and preeminent from the impertinence and previous preponderances on preposterously pilfered and pound-gaining patisserie products predicated on personal perfunctory digestive performance? Or do I truly misunderstand evil? Well, Ben, yes, it is. And thank you for your question. And thank you for your questions, everybody. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your minions. Please do leave a question or a comment for next time, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. But that's about it for this week. I'm off to eat flapjacks and watch Dead Man's Shoes. See you later. Bye! Oh, and P.S. for Halloween, Beastman is coming as Agent Clarice Starling. Thank you, that will be all. Goodbye.